All right. All right, well, how's everybody doing today? Thank you so much for having me, and as Ariana said, none of this happens without my wife, Lynn Benioff. So Lynn, stand up and take a bow right here. I told her I had won the Husband of the Year award and we're going to Los Angeles to pick it up. She didn't think it was very funny. And also sitting at our table are three of my heroes who inspire me every day. People who have been incredible legends in music. Lars Ulrich with Metallica. Neil Young. And Stevie Wonder. And as I said to Neil, it's hard to find somebody who's been playing music longer than he has, but we found one, Stevie Wonder. So, incredible, incredible. From the earliest 60s, before I was born, Stevie. That was awesome. And you know, when I hear that music, and that's that music is the soundtrack of our lives, and I hear those songs of love and equality, and I think about right now. I think about right now is the time for love and equality, and we need more love and equality than ever before, and it's all about love and equality. And this conversation today is about that. And that's also what I do every day with my business. I feel so passionate about that in terms of what I can do at Salesforce. When I think about gender equality, like Ariana was saying, it's not just about equal opportunity, it's not just about equal advancement, it's about equal pay. Are we paying men and women the same for equal work? And the World Economic Forum said it'll take more than 100 years based on the way it's going right now, before we pay men and women the same. That seems just too long. Doesn't that seem too long? Crazy. Amazing. And I'll tell you, we're also, I'm from San Francisco, we're also the largest tech employer in Indiana. And so when Governor Pence, who's now our vice president, when he signed legislation that discriminated against the LGBTQ community, and we have so many employees that are impacted, and partners, and customers, and friends, we went to Indiana and we said, if you're going to sign laws against the LGBTQ community, we're going to exit the state. And hundreds of companies followed us into that fight, and they reversed that legislation. It can be done. And we're in the fourth industrial revolution now. It's unbelievable what's happening with artificial intelligence, with robotics, with nanotechnology. The advancements in the tech world are incredible, but it reinforces our need to focus on our public education system and our K-12 schools. And that's why Salesforce is committed to giving $100 million to our local San Francisco and Oakland public schools, why we encourage every CEO. Thank you. We encourage every CEO to adopt a public school. Every person in this room has to adopt a public school. We are in a public school crisis in our country. Our K-12 schools need us, because education is also equality. Education is equality. And diversity is equality. We have to include everybody in our workforce. We have to include everybody in these revolutions that are going on. We can't leave people behind. When we look at Salesforce's board of directors, Salesforce is not perfect, all right? But at the board level, we can say, we have to include everyone. And we have 10 amazing directors, and 3 are black, and 3 are women, and the rest are men. So white men. So, but we have to bring everybody in. But diversity inclusion is also equality. And I'll tell you that, and you can see it on the news in the last few weeks, and you can see it where I am right now in San Francisco, where you have horrible fires going on, that when the environment goes wrong, do you know who pays? It's the people who have nothing, right? And that's why the environment is equality. The environment is equality. And if Stevie Wonder was up here, he'd tell you access is equality, because you have to provide access to everybody and give everybody the ability to participate in this world. Today, we are at an incredible time in our country, and we have to decide, do we want more love and equality, or do we want more division and hatred? That is the choice that is before us. It's the choice for each one of us. Do we want more love and equality, or do we want more division and hatred? We saw this in Charlottesville, didn't we? Didn't we see it? Is that what we want? No. There's not two sides. When did it turn out the Nazi Party is a side? How hard is it to say we're against Nazis? When did that become a Republican or a Democratic viewpoint? This is amazing, because we have to do what the Lord tells us to do in Leviticus, in Mark, in Matthew. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That is what this is about. It's about loving thy neighbor as thyself, about treating others as you would treat others as you want to be treated. That is what this is about. That is love and equality, and that is also the power of women, isn't it? Isn't that what women teach us? There's no finish line when it comes to love and equality. There's no ending. We have to continue this. But each one of us can make this choice and decide what we're going to do in these critical areas today, because if we're going to move this forward, each and every person in this room has to make that choice. So I hope you're with me. All right? Thank you very much, Variety. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ariana.